Hi guys, I'm back today with another Cancer and video. I'm sorry it's been a little bit of a while, but if you are new to my channel, Cancer and is a series I've started basically talking about cancer and all the things that it affects, for example, cancer and eating, cancer and hair loss, etc, etc. So today's video is going to be on cancer and medication. This is going to be hopefully not too long of a video, but there's a lot for me to talk about, and I actually have with me right now 3 notebooks which had all my medication until about early this year, and then also my diary which has all the medication and what it was for. So quite rightly too, a lot of people just think that when you have cancer the sort of medication that you're on is maybe just chemotherapy and you have a bit of radiotherapy, possibly a bit of surgery, but there is a lot more to it. So when I was first diagnosed, I was in a very critical condition and there was a lot that needed to be done to make me better. I got diagnosed in July 2013, and by about October 2013, just before I had my radiotherapy, midway through actually, I was very ill, probably the most ill that I was throughout my journey. At this point, I was actually taking 50 tablets a day, and that is crazy. It's still crazy to me, as I'm sure it is crazy to a lot of you guys listening. I went to go and see my mum and ask her about what medication I was on and why I was on it. These are only a few of the medications. I may be taking a medication for one thing, but I may be taking multiple tablets for that one thing. So I'm just going to explain for some of the reasons why I was on certain medications. So I put my glasses on, then I can read it. I have quite a lot of points written down here. As you can guess, obviously I was on chemotherapy. That was just a drug in general. I'm now taking it orally by tablet, but at the time I wasn't. I was taking it intravenously, and then I moved on to tablets. So I was taking anti-sicknesses. I was taking tablets for my acne that I had at the time. The medication that I was having, it caused like a really bad reaction basically on my skin. I was taking medication for heartburn. I was also taking antidepressants, tablets to prevent my seizures. Obviously pain relief such as morphine, codeine, and I've also got down here oral morph. At one point I was actually given ketamine to try and, you know, take away the pain, but that was obviously not in a tablet form. That was when I was actually in hospital and I was very ill. I have here as well written about potassium levels. I remember having to take this really horrible liquid. I think I may have mentioned it in one of my videos. It was basically this really disgusting salty liquid, and I had to take 2 shots of it every day, and every time I would just basically end up throwing it up because it was just so nasty. I had to have steroids, which again I have talked about in videos, but I had to have a large dose of those daily. I had to take anxiety tablets, things to also help me sleep and relax before I went to bed, certain things for my bowels because my bowels weren't working the way they were meant to be. I know that there are a lot more tablets, but I can't really think right now off the top of my head what they could be. So because I was taking so many tablets, and as I said, at my top amount of tablets I was taking 50 a day, my mum actually kept a log in some, you know, notebooks, because obviously, you know, she couldn't remember what, you know, how many tablets I had to take because there was such ridiculous amounts, so she had to write it down. We've actually got 3 books here, 3 notebooks full of those days. I'm going to show you a quick page. I'm going to show you a page probably from when I was on the most tablets, which I think was from this notepad. It's not going to mean anything to any of you guys, and it's probably not coming up that well, but basically there was a lot of medication on the whole day, and this was all medication just for one day. So obviously on a daily basis there was all this medication. Painkillers I think was the biggest thing that I was on, and steroids when I was very ill. Basically what I wanted to sort of talk to you about is that, like, also, as I mentioned, I was on tablets for things like heartburn, acne, a lot of like kind of normal things. They had all sort of flared up when having cancer and being on all this medication. I also think that a lot of reasons why I had things like acne was because of the medications that I was on. A lot of them probably didn't go well together and just probably, you know, just reacted to my body in different ways. I do have a very distinctive memory, just to try and lighten up the video a bit. I remember one evening my mum came in with 2 little pots full of my 50 tablets, and I would try and put as many as I could in a pot, and I think the most I got was 25. and I would just basically put them in my mouth and try and down all of them in one go. So and I managed to do it, and 25 was the most I could do though at that point. To be honest with you, I don't really know what else I can say about this subject, but I just kind of wanted to give a little bit more of an insight, you know, the fact that cancer patients do have to go on a lot of different tablets and different medications, you know, things to suppress pain and stuff like that. So I hope that the video has given you a bit of an insight, possibly been helpful. Another thing that I just wanted to mention and talk about quickly was, the first thing is, thank you so much for getting me to 700 subscribers. That is amazing. I never thought I would have as many as that, and it's put a massive grin on my face, so thank you so much. Just one last thing before I go was that I wanted to speak to you guys about the content of my channel. Now, I know that a lot of you may be following me because of my cancer videos, and you might also be following me because of my beauty videos. Basically, the reason why I do a mixture of both cancer and beauty is because I don't really want my channel to be this sort of whole like gloomy sort of cancer outlook. I like to prove to people that even though having cancer, I can still be normal and I can still be fashionable and I can, you know, still talk about makeup and stuff like that. And as I said in a few past videos, it's a really big passion of mine. I do need like some sort of feedback though. You know, if people like the mixture of the both, I would love to know. You know, if you have any requests, please do write them down below. Because after putting about 3 of my last videos were all sort of non-cancer, I noticed that I actually lost a few subscribers, and I guess that's why, because I wasn't talking about the cancer. So if you could leave me feedback and let me know if like what you prefer, or if you like the sort of balance it is at the moment, but I would really appreciate that. But again, thank you so much for all your support and for your lovely comments and everything like that. But if there's anything that you want to ask me or request, as I said, just put it down below and I will be sure to do that for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!